I know a lot of fans have a lot of questions, which I guess is why I'm here. So let's get right into it because when we last saw Tully and Kate last season, at the end of last season, you were not on speaking terms. So where do we pick up on season 2? And will we get the answers we've been waiting for?
Sarah.
Our routine. It's what we do. It's our thing.
Yeah.
You're going to get all of the answers, and it's crazy. And I don't think it's going to be what you thought it was going to be.
And then sometime in your 40s, you realize there's no more U-turns.
It's juicy, and you're going to laugh, and you're going to cry, and you're going to do all of the things.
Well,
Yes.
Katherine, I know that there was a little bit of a time jump. Like, where does season 2 pick up? And, are you retracing steps to figure out why they kind of are not on speaking terms?
For sure. And it's kind of moving through the decades and the timelines. So we'll kind of get to journey with them through all that backstory that led us to that moment.
I can only imagine for you two, because obviously I could tell when Sarah signed on to the Zoom, you guys are close. You guys are buds, So
Yes.
and in this show, your characters, they may be best friends, but they're not always so good to each other. So, I mean, what's that like as an actor to kind of play up the uglier or more dynamic parts of this relationship, Sarah?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about it. You see this perfectly imperfect friendship that's real. It's not glossy, and obviously where we start off in this season, it's really rough. It's at the hardest point in their friendship that they've ever been, and you honestly don't know if they will come back from it. And to have two people that are so inseparable and each other's everything and so close go through something that big, I mean, it feels like it would be so fun just to get every new script, because very much like season 1, these ones all end on a cliffhanger. So I'd finish one, I'd be like, but wait, what's gonna happen next?
That's how you'll get us. That's how we keep watching. We got to find out more. Yeah.
Next one starting in 3, 2, 1.
I love it. Katherine, what's that like for you? I mean, I have to imagine it's kind of hard to be mean to Sarah.
Oh my God, it's impossible.
Right.
It's so funny. I was thinking, it literally brings me to tears. And this trailer, when I watched it, started making me cry again, because I miss them so much. That particular part of the storyline was really hard for me to show up and not, to not have that connection between these two that I had started to feel was they're real people and it's a real thing, and now they're mad at each other, and it was hard.
Well, speaking of tears, we know that season 2 is also the last. I mean, that's got to be hard.
Yeah.
How emotional is it for you guys to say goodbye to this project and to this cast and crew?
It was so hard. I mean, we had gotten all so close. It's part of what I loved about getting to film this season. It's such a different experience coming back.
You are the best friend a girl could ask for.
Because you already have that foundation. And obviously it's not always the case, but it certainly was in this one. Everybody, it just worked. It was one of those best case scenarios where all of the elements kind of came together, where, you love the character you get to play and the writing and the show and the story and all of the things, but then also the people. I mean, we, had some pretty regular, good, epic game nights at my house that then turned into long night dance parties. And
I love it.
It's everyone, actually.
Delete those videos.
Yeah, the emails have already gone around. Nobody's allowed to post any of it.
I love it.
You are Tully Hart, aren't you?
Yes, and I love my fans, truly.
You've been served.
Is there any way I could take a picture with you?
And we went in knowing this is it. There's an end to the story, and we're telling it. So we knew, and I think we did. I mean, I feel like I did, and Sarah did, and I think the rest of the cast did too, and the crew. Just really savor it, and really try to be present and be in the moment with everybody, because we knew it wasn't going to be forever.
For sure. Katherine, I have to say, we love you as a brunette. Are we going back and forth? Are we doing both?
I mean, it's exhausting. Me and my hair.
It probably is.
I change it every 3 months, and my poor kids are like, "Who are you now?" I was supposed to actually go brunette again last night, and then had to cancel that hair appointment. So the next time you see me, I'm probably going to be a brunette. I don't know.
Listen, live your life, I say. Yeah, whatever floats your boat in that week, I should say.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
You girls sisters?
We're best friends.
Don't ever take that for granted. Not everyone gets a best friend.
You know, there's such an important message here with this show, though. You know, looking at it, it is about friendship. It is about growing up and all of the highs and lows of those relationships, you know. And as moms yourselves, did this show make you think about, you know, your own kids and what life lessons you hope to kind of instill in them?
I mean, for sure. I think, you know, this show and this relationship, and even the relationship that Sarah and I formed through working together, like, it just reminded me how valuable and how important those female relationships are, those female friendships are. And Sarah has a best friend that she's had like her whole life. I have a best friend I've had my whole life, and now we have each other and we're each other's best friends. And and I want that so much for my girls, because I think, you know, it's difficult for women to form those bonds sometimes, especially at young ages, you know, those sort of tumultuous teenage years when everybody's just trying to figure out who they are. And there's you know, the mean girl syndrome, there's the cliques and the popularity contests and all this stuff that can kind of ruin your faith in that kind of relationship. And this reminded me, like, no, those relationships do exist. They are important, and they are important to foster. And so I'm really just pushing my daughters to be that girl for someone else, you know.
Well, Katherine, I have to ask you about another best friend act. I don't know if you realize this, but next year marks 15 years since 27 Dresses.
Love is patient, love is kind. Love means slowly losing your mind.
What is it you do again?
I'm a writer.
Right.
Don't say it. They're making me feel old, man.
No, but how amazing is it that movie really just has stood the test of time? People are still so obsessed with it. Like, that's got to feel really good.
Oh my God, it feels so good. I didn't realize they were, so thank you.
No, we love that
Good.
movie.
It's such a good movie.
It's such a good movie.
It was a fun one. I think, yes, my husband and I just watched it recently. It was on TV, and I said, let's just watch it. I mean, I hadn't seen it since probably it came out, and that was another one of those extraordinary experiences. And I do think often, like, it's starting to compute for me. Wait a minute, I think when you have that much fun with the people on set, and you're enjoying each other so much, and you're enjoying the story so much, it shows. And it I don't know, those have been the most successes I've had with, like, I think this show and 27 Dresses, because I don't know, maybe it's just a spirit thing. You can sense the spirit of fun we're all having.